Hey y'all, it's Carla here from herbusinessboutique.com, and I'm starting a new video series. I don't know how long I'll do it, but it's Wednesday, so it's going to be called Wealth Conscious Wednesdays. And I'm inspired to do this because I'm reading this book called The Science of Getting Rich, and I love it. I love everything that teaches about metaphysics and the spiritual laws of the universe, because when I've applied it in my own life, it always works. And when I work with my clients, you'd be amazed at the kinds of synchronicities and crazy things that start happening when we align our energy. So here's one line from the book I wanted to read you that just goes to show the importance of our thoughts. Here it is. A man's way of doing things is the direct result of the way he thinks about things. So, for example, before you get up out of bed in the morning, you have the thought, I'm going to get up. And before you go to the grocery store, you have the thought, I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy my salad for the week. So, our thoughts do have the sort of the impetus behind our action. So, if you're having trouble acting in a new way, you really want to start with your thinking. And one way to kind of gauge what your thoughts are is based on how you're feeling and what your emotional state is on a day-to-day basis. So wealth consciousness is a term that gets thrown out a lot, but here's how wealth is defined, and then we'll also define consciousness. So wealth is defined as the state of being rich. I love that definition. There's another definition: an abundance of valuable possessions or money. So the state of being rich, that really shows you that wealth is actually a state of being. And conscious is basically the definition here, which, I'm sure you can figure out, is, here's the definition: having knowledge of something, awake, aware of and responding to one's surroundings, awake. So when we become more conscious, it means we become more aware. So instead of being run by things subconsciously or unconsciously, our awareness is expanded to the point where we know the little tricks that our mind is trying to play, and we're not falling for it anymore. So wealth consciousness, really raising your wealth consciousness, means that you are getting to a state of awakening. And wealth meaning that you're really also tapping into a state of being. So this week, I'm trying to think of a way that you can kind of start implementing it. One of the things that the book says, which I totally agree with, is the practice of gratitude, which you hear all the time. But here's one way to reframe it and why it's so important to stay in a place of appreciation. Because when you are practicing gratitude or appreciation, you're actually connecting yourself with the divine source of everything. Because that state of mind, which is such an abundant state to be in when you're really in a deep, reverent state of appreciation, that state taps you into, the all that is. And how easy is it for abundance to flow through you when you're actually aligned with that great mind? So one thing you can do if you want to start practicing raising your consciousness is appreciate. Write lists of what you appreciate. Focus. If you're sitting on the bus, focus on what you appreciate. That there's a road underneath, that there's wheels on the bus, that there's no traffic, or that there is traffic and you have time to appreciate. So that's my wealth consciousness tip for this Wednesday. Practice appreciation. I highly recommend The Science of Getting Rich, and I'll come back next week. Wow, 4 minutes already. Okay, with another tip. Have a good one. Mwah. Bye-bye.